to Member Benefits Unleash Exclusive Perks and Rewards by Member 365. For those who don't know me, my name is Christine Bundy and I'm the Director of Customer Success. Fun facts, I love questions. So if you have questions at any time, please put them into the Q&A at the bottom of the screen. Today's session is being recorded, and all cameras are off and everyone is muted. So again, if you have questions, put them into the Q&A section. We will answer them at the end. If I do see them as we go, I do try to answer them. However, again, there is time at the end. All our recordings will be posted on our YouTube channel for future references. What are we going to cover today? Today we are going to cover what is a member benefits, how to configure settings, how to create a benefits posts, how do members create the benefits posts themselves because you can't allow members to do that, and then how do you view in the portal. Then we'll go over some best practices and have time for questions. So first of all, what is member benefits? So member benefits, you may offer member benefits such as like your newsletter and having access to a directory, and those are great things. However, the member benefits module is for allowing things that are above and beyond that. So things that are such as like discounts that are offered to your members from your sponsors or from third parties or from members within your community. So they may be something along the lines of an insurance benefit. So you can get insurance through us as being a member at a discounted rate. You could also have a CRA package. We have a few associations that have those programs where, as a benefit of being a member, you can get CRA coverage at a lower cost. So there are a few different types of benefits that you can offer. I've also seen people put in things that they can give so that it's free. So, for example, if there are materials that you can offer for free, like a download, and it's a member benefit only, you can put it in member benefits instead of a workspace. So these are the different types of member benefits and what member benefits are. Now let's dive into Member 365 and let's go through how to do your setup. So first of all, you want to make sure that you have it configured. So under configuration, if you're going to come in here, these are all the modules that are available for you. And you want to make sure that it's activated so it's visible within the member portal. So in here, if it's deactivated, so if I click on this, I could disable it and it will be red. And to click on it again, I can activate it. So clicking on it when it's red to enable it and then having it green. Now, if I go to modules and you do not see member benefits, it's because you do not have permission to. So make sure you ask your admin manager to allow you to have access. You can come in here and then do your setup. So how long can benefits last? Is it 365 days? Is it until the end of time? How long are the benefits allowed to be posted? What categories? Make sure you're clear with your categories. So if it's for insurance or travel, whatever the purpose behind it is, you want to have it clear so that people can find those benefits easily within those categories, especially if you have a lot of them. Then you can have post management. Do you want to allow them to modify their benefits? Do you want to be notified when somebody does that? Do you want to count so you know how many people are looking at that specific benefit? I always like to know how many people are looking. So those things. Make sure if you are doing adjustments, always save. I'm just going back. Email templates. These are email templates that are standard templates for when the member is posting in the approval process, because there is an approval process for member benefits to be posted by members. There's also on-screen messaging that you can also adjust. These are just our standard templates, and we've made it available for you to update. Now, one thing I always like to mention is that if you've done the job board, the member benefits is exactly the same, except for one thing. It cannot be posted on your public website. It's for the member portal only. It has the same setup as job board, has the same kind of functionality as job board, but it cannot be extracted and put onto the website within an embed code. So that's always something that I like to point out. If you're an administrator, you can come in and manage your benefits that are already available. You can see expired, any that are pending approval, declined, or archived. And you can also come in and make adjustments as needed. You also can create a post. And again, this is exactly the same process that you would do if you were doing it for a job post. So we just fill it out. So this would be for a, let's say, 10% discount. You would give it a name, give it a description. Make sure that when you are doing this, you're being clear. You want to make sure that people understand what the discount is for, how it works. You want to provide as much detail in the description and how they can access it. Then you want to make sure that you put it into the correct category. If you need to create more category, please do add the logo. And then is it available for non-members? Can non-members access this benefit? If not, and then how do they apply? Is it the information within the description? Is it through email, going to a third-party site? I'm going to say none, and then you can hit save. And then it gets added. So a couple things that you also want to be aware of. If I want members to be able to do this, I have to go actually to your membership category. So if I go up to the membership categories, I would go into, I'm just going to go into any one of these. And I would go to my other settings once this loads. So under my other settings, there is the module for benefits. So here is where I can make it so that, do you want members within this category to post? Yes, I do. I can hit save, and then they have the ability to be able to go in to the member portal and make posts. Now, most of the time, this is not the case, but I have seen it a handful of times where people wanted this option. So this is where it's located. So again, it's under your membership category setup and it's under others. So if you're looking for how to allow members to be able to post, that's where that is located. They would do exactly the same setup as a member would do it. So when they come in to the member portal, and they go to benefits, which right now I don't have access, so I'm going to switch that in a second. They can see all of these options. Now, if I enable it for the membership category that I have, I will have the same option as this, which I will have a post and manage benefits option. So again, these two modules are very identical, except that jobs can be posted externally, where benefits can only be visible within the member portal, but has the same functionality as you can search by categories, posts, put them in ascending or descending order. You do want to make sure you have an image. When you click on them, you get all of the details that are available for each of these, and you can go from there. So it's very, very simple to do. Now, what I am going to do is turn it on and show you how to make a post in here. So again, I'm going to go to membership, category setup, and I'm going to find admin stuff. And I'm going to say yes. Then once that saves, I'm just going to double check to make sure that my account has a staff admin on there just to be safe. Yes, I do staff. So now when I go to member portal, I can now see the options. See, I have now the drop down to post and manage benefits. So now the member can go through the same process. So they can post, and these are already under me. They were created by an administrator, but still same process. Pre, let's say we're just filling this out. Let's go back to logos. Here we go. Once I do this, it will be reviewed. So it has to be approved. So now when I go back to the CRM on my alerts, it's now going to have a job posting. Now it does take a little bit of time sometimes to appear here. So hold on 1 second. So to online store. So let's go up to manage. Not forms, sorry, benefits, manage. And I can go to pending approval, which is why it's important also too, if you want to get notified. So then you can look this over. You can either approve or deny. Once you approve it, it's automatically going to get pushed. The recipient is going to get an email that's saying it's approved. Again, those are all under your benefit settings in your standard emails. And then now if I go to the portal, it's going to appear in the list. There we go. And it's that simple. And I can still see them here. So if I need to delete any, another thing to always do is you got to make sure somebody is monitoring these. If there are deadlines, you want to make sure that they're removed. So even though there's so many days that you can have them, but if one is only available until September and it's October, you might want to reach out or just remove it on in the back end on the CRM. So just making sure that's relevant. All right, so now let's go through some best practices. So best practices, the first item is keep benefits organized and easy to find. Yeah, so again, using those categories, make it clear as to the different groupings. So it's easier for them to browse. If you don't have that many, it's all going to be on one page, but you still, if they want to segregate, if you have multiple pages, you want to make it easy for them to filter. Then you also want to make sure that it is use a clear and compelling title. So make sure that you're like what it is that is being offered is in the title, because that is what is seen on the benefit side of things. Also, an image for the logo can be important as well. Keep the content updated, as I just mentioned. Make sure that if any are expired, that they get removed. So have someone monitor them. I always like to call like adding this to like your coffee checklist in the morning or weekly or monthly checklist in your processing procedures. And then finally, promote. So it's great to have the module. The module is awesome for providing a place for everyone to go to, but you want to promote those benefits outside of also the benefit module. So like in the welcome message, hey, check out the benefits module. Say, here are a few things in your renewal reminders. Hey, we have these benefits. You can find them under member benefits within the member portal. So just reminding them to also increase that retention that you're getting from your members. All right, questions. Is there a way to rename? So one thing you can always do is you can rename benefits. I've had people use it for other reasons. So there is reference, sorry, people use it for posting transcripts. They'll have a job board and then they don't necessarily have member benefits, but they allow it for students within the portal to post their resumes. So that's another use case that you can use for it. Again, it cannot be posted externally. Only the job board has the embed code. The member benefits does not, but I have seen people use it for other use cases. So there's multiple things that you can do with it, and we can always rename things if you need to. You just have to submit a ticket for us to do that. All right, if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us. I do love questions, so submit a ticket and we will be happy to answer them. You could always also use our new AI, which is at the top of your screen and all the admin CRM systems. It's been really great at answering people's questions. And if you have any after, or if we can't answer your questions, let us know because then we can make some updates. Love your feedback. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.